the one to watch. This is 16 WAPT News Live at 5.
Love won't be denied.
Signs, songs, and strong words as pro-LGBT supporters take their message to the streets. Plus more water woes for the city of Jackson. Neighborhood streets flooded and firefighters injured battling a massive apartment fire in Boston. Well, hey, picture perfect. A beautiful afternoon at a pond in Flowood. Chief Meteorologist David Hartman begins tonight with weather first.
Well, you know, all day there's been some rain off to our west. Want to show it to you on Live Storm Shield 16 Doppler radar, but it's not headed this way tonight. This disturbance is breaking apart, but there are 2 opportunities for rain before the weekend gets here. I'll talk about that and if there's going to be any rain carrying over into the weekend, all coming up.
Now, breaking news live at 5, a thumbs up to keep the Jackson Zoo operating as is, Stephanie.
That's right, Megan. A live look from City Hall where city leaders are about to make the official announcement that the Jackson Zoo is keeping its accreditation. Jackson Zoo leaders traveled to Memphis to fight to keep its accreditation. Again, we are waiting for that news conference to get started. We're going to keep an eye on it. But again, our breaking news tonight, the Jackson Zoo is staying accredited. We'll have more on that coming up later in the newscast. This is new at 5, a gay rights protest against Mississippi's laws in downtown Jackson.
16 WAPT's Tammy Eswick here with me in the newsroom. And Tammy, this is the second day we've seen a big rally.
Huge amount of support out there, but we wanted to show you this right here. This is one of the many t-shirts we saw at the rally today. Supporters say the sign symbolizes equal rights in Mississippi. That's what they say this protest was all about.
One step closer now.
Now, this march started at Smith Park in downtown Jackson, and supporters marched all the way to the state capitol. LGBT supporters say they want the state to change laws so they can't be fired for being gay or denied service. They also want the right to marry here in the state. The topic was controversial on the streets of Jackson, to say the least.
Do you think that they should be allowed to get married like straight people?
No. No, I don't agree with that.
Why not?
I just think that I don't think by the Bible or God's right that it should be that way.
It's really not your business. If it's not your life, if you don't support gay marriage, don't marry a gay person.
And during the rally, speakers praised Hattiesburg, Starkville, and Oxford. Those cities passed resolutions condemning discrimination of lesbian and gays earlier this year.
Now, a vocal crowd for sure, Tammy. How many people would you say were there today?
About 50 or a little bit more. We had groups that came in from the Gulf Coast and people that drove in with a packed van from Meridian.
Oh, man. A hot topic all over the state, and we are certainly seeing that right here at 16 WAPT. Many of you hit us up on social media telling us what you think. Young says no one on this planet has the right to tell someone who they can and can't be with. Shannon says, I strongly disagree. Homosexuality is a sin against God. And this brings us to our Instapoll 16 tonight. In our unscientific poll, we asked if you think same-sex marriage should be legal in Mississippi. A big swing in the results in just the last 24 hours. Now, a majority of you say no. We want to hear what you think tonight. You can call or text your vote to 601-980-4416. That is 1 for yes, 2 to vote no. You can also vote on our website at WAPT.com. Well, a watery mess in one Jackson neighborhood, Stephanie.
Yeah, Megan, this is the latest round of water woes in the capital city. Some folks along Roosevelt Street, right near Fortification Street, complained about gushing water. 16 WAPT's Jennifer Ortega shows us the impact.
Residents on Roosevelt Street says there's been construction out here for months now. The standing water blocking the front of this home and causing traffic problems. Neighbors are asking for answers from the city of Jackson.
At one while, it was just a gasping hole right there, you know, right in front of my house. And I got small grandchildren. And it had rained, you know, during the time it was raining. It would fill up with water. And if one of my grandkids had fell in there, I wouldn't have looking for them. I couldn't have found them.
Neighbors tell us they only have a stream of water. Some, no water at all. They complain their water pipes break every couple of weeks.
They finally came and did what they did, but they studied coming back, doing the same thing over and over. And you see the water running. It ain't fixed.
Neighbors say the city has come out to make some quick fixes, but not enough to keep this flowing water contained. In Jackson, Jennifer Ortega, 16 WAPT News.
Across town, water is restored to almost a dozen homes near Callaway High School. Neighbors on Highland Drive tell us they had extremely low pressure for days. Many of them said they could not even shower or wash their clothes. A City of Jackson spokesperson says public works crews fixed that problem late last night. The Mississippi State student who was punched at the Mall St. Patty's Parade was scheduled to have surgery today. Adam Craven and another friend say they were assaulted at the parade in downtown Jackson. They claim two men got angry with them after taking a picture. Jackson police says that the fight happened at the corner of State and Pearl Street. Police have not made any arrests in this case. Well, Megan, an execution planned this week could make history in our state.
Stephanie, this would be the first woman executed in Mississippi in 70 years. Michelle Byram is right now scheduled to be put to death Thursday. She was convicted of hiring someone to murder her husband in Tishomingo County back in 1999. Now, her lawyers say the execution should be stopped because she is innocent, and her son has even testified that he was the killer. The state Supreme Court will have the final say. And this week we are hearing from the Pike County mother who lost one of her children in a mobile home fire. 1-year-old Tyler Lee died last week. Annie Lee's other two children escaped but were badly burned. The family staying at a hotel in Macomb since the fire destroyed their home. The mother spoke only with 16 WAPT about what happened.
I went in back looking for my baby because I couldn't find my baby, and I was so hurt, but I couldn't find my baby because the smoke and the fire was so strong.
Now, Lee says a short circuit in the breaker box may have started the fire. Tyler Lee will be buried Friday in Kokomo in Marion County. The autopsy results are in for a middle school student in Moss Point who died after a school fight. But those results will not be released for a few months. That's according to Moss Point Police. 12-year-old Darrell Malone died the morning after he got into a fight at Magnolia Middle School. The Moss Point School District will not name the other student involved. Well, over 3 weeks now, and still no sign of missing toddler Myra Lewis. Stephanie.
Yeah, Megan, investigators told us this week that they have no new leads in this case. We do want to keep showing Myra's picture just in case anyone sees her. The 2-year-old disappeared from her home in Camden. The family says they think the girl was kidnapped. The FBI is offering a $20,000 reward. You're asked to call 601-948-5000 if you have any information. Happening right now in Boston, several firefighters are recovering after battling a 9-alarm fire. The fire broke out at an apartment building and quickly spread. Our sister station in Boston reports at least 8 people are injured, including several firefighters. We're told all residents, though, are accounted for. The cause of the fire is under investigation. We'll bring you some more details just as soon as we get them. There are new developments tonight in the search for missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Images from a French satellite show a debris field of more than 100 objects in the Indian Ocean. 16 WAPT's Sally Kidd is in Washington with those new details.
Stephanie, Malaysian authorities say the debris was spotted in roughly the same area where Australian and Chinese satellites had detected 3 large objects earlier in the week.
It's considered the most credible lead yet. A French satellite captured images of 122 objects in the southern Indian Ocean.
Some objects were a meter in length. Others were as much as 23 meters in length. Some of the objects appeared to be bright.
Planes and ships are combing the area looking for any sign of the debris. The Malaysian government says data analysis indicates the plane went down in that same remote section of the Indian Ocean.
No direct evidence that can give us a conclusion that the flight went down into the South Indian Ocean, and no one survived. How could they give us such a conclusion?
It's still not known why the aircraft lost communications and made a dramatic turn off course while en route to Beijing March 8th.
I don't think at this point we can rule anything in or out. I think we have to continue to search as we are.
Australia's parliament observed a moment of silence for those on board as family members wait for answers and proof that their loved ones are dead.
Now, Malaysian authorities say if remnants of the aircraft are found, the next step would be an undersea search for the plane's black box. In Washington, Sally Kidd, 16 WAPT News.
The #1 selling car in the world made right here in Mississippi is under a recall. Nissan issued a massive recall about 100 million vehicles, including the Altima. The plant in Canton makes the Altima. The Leaf, Pathfinder, Sentra, and some luxury Infiniti models are also on that list. A software glitch could prevent the passenger airbag from deploying. Nissan says it is not aware of any deaths caused by this problem. A big burger chain might be coming to the Jackson area. Red Robin posted several management openings on its website for a new location in the metro. The company would not say where or when the restaurant would open. Well, the show will go on for a popular rapper in spite of problems with some county leaders, Megan.
And it was a close one, Stephanie. Lil Boosie was scheduled to perform in Jackson County next month in Pascagoula, but a contract dispute with the Jackson County Fairgrounds almost got that show canceled. The county claimed the rapper's group rented the fairgrounds for a car show, but never made any mention of a concert. Ocean Springs authorities plan to settle the dispute with Lil Boosie's people by the end of this week so that concert can go on as scheduled April 18th. Well, turning now to Commitment 2014. Tonight, voters get another chance to hear from the candidates for mayor of Jackson. This is video from a forum last week. The NAACP is organizing tonight's event. It is from 7 until 9 at the Masonic Temple on West Lynch Street near JSU. It is free and open to the public. And don't forget about our mayoral debate. 16 WAPT and the Clarion Ledger are working with Mississippi College School of Law to host the debate on Friday, April 4th. It'll stream online and on channel 16.2. And coming up in just a few moments, you'll hear from one of the candidates in our special segment in their own words. Well, some windy weather in the Northeast today, Stephanie.
Yeah, take a look at these wild waves in Massachusetts. A powerful winter storm is whipping up some winds there. And as you can see there, this is the same wind. I was talking to David earlier, the same wind that we faced yesterday that was whipping up the winds in this area. He's joining us now. And hey, we had a really cold morning, David.
Yes, the low temperature right on target. 30 is what we were looking for, but not a record low. The record low set back in 1955, 25 degrees. But on this date last year, we hit 30 degrees as well. Let me show that to you. There's the last couple of years. We've had some chilly Marches. Of course, the question now is, are we done with the cold weather? I still think we could see another chilly snap in early April.
I know. You keep saying still. More from David in just a few minutes. The number of dead is climbing from that mudslide in Washington state, and crews are battling some dangerous conditions to find bodies. Plus, what went wrong with the operator of that Chicago train that went off the rails? You're watching 16 WAPT Live at 5.
Mornings in Mississippi. 16 WAPT News is the one to watch. Starting first, Keegan Fox updating you. Meteorologist